Hi, I'm Eric Womack, Director of Tennis Instruction at Palmetto Dunes. Today we're going to cover a rally ball poach. And the whole idea behind this poach is how to help out your partner when they're stuck in a good rally in doubles and see if you can take advantage of the situation. So here's the situation. Patrick and I are playing doubles. We've got an opponent on the baseline over there where that green ball machine is, and an opponent at the net. And in the middle of this point, there's a rally that ensues. I'm up at the net, and I'm pretty much watching this the whole time. I see this ball go to Patrick. He hits it. Next ball comes back. He hits it. And the whole time this point goes on and on and on, and they're basically playing a singles point. And I'm thinking, I'd like to get involved here too. I'd like to maybe help and try to poach on one of these balls. Now, first and most important, the main reason to poach is not necessarily to win the point. Of course I'd like to win the point, but the main reason to poach, if I start crossing and trying to take that ball, I'm giving that person something to think about just because of the movement. So you can poach and have a failed poach, which is fine, because down the road they start having to contend with you. So the most important reason you would poach at all is to make the opponent care about you. Now, to that end, if you're poaching a lot during the match and none of this is working, of course you might back off of that. But you want to make sure that you let it go at least a good set before you have an opportunity or before you decide to make a change with that. So here's what's happening. I want to show you something real quick. We're going to back that camera up to this side. The first thing we're going to take a look at is where Patrick is when he's hitting the ball. If this rally is a normal rally cross court, that pretty much puts Patrick in the corner right there to hit this shot. That's pretty reasonable. At the same time, what I want to look at is that ball that takes Patrick all the way to the corner there. Where does it cross the net? This ball passes right about here. That's not a very wide shot, even though it ends up going wide way along the baseline. So that's a ball I might very well think about trying to cross on. Now the key to this is there's two parts. One, I have to make sure I'm running to the right place. And two, just as important, I have to run at the right time. I want to make sure I move on this poach so that I'm not turning my turn signals on and telling the player that I'm going. If they see me go, they're going to hit it down the line right by me. So I want to leave right when their head drops down to get ready to make that shot. If they happen to look up at this point, I've done my job because they should be looking at the ball. But the main thing is I want to make sure I leave late enough that I put a little disguise on it, but not so late I have no chance to get that ball. So when that head goes down is a perfect time. On this particular drill, on the ball machine over there, when I've pressed the play button, we're going to get the camera on that machine and we're going to look right at the top of that. There's these red lights that go down, and right after they drop, the ball comes. That's how at Palmetto Dunes that we practice the timing of this move. Right when we see those lights go black, the ball comes, that's when we're going to take off. So this for this particular exercise, what's going to happen is I'm going to start here. Patrick's going to get the first shot. I'm going to watch that ball go by, and then on the second shot, when those lights go red, I wait until then, and now I'm going to go, and my whole job is to close on top of the net for this thing. I have to run forward. Now, this is also very important. It takes two people to poach, meaning, yes, I'm going to go for the ball, but there's a distinct chance when I cross on this that I might not get to it. So we're going to take a look at what happens when that happens. What is Patrick's job as my partner? He's not going to cross just because he sees me leave. Remember, this is an unplanned move. I'm just deciding to up and do this. So he's going to back me up. So Patrick is going to go under the assumption when I cross that I'm not getting that ball. Once again, I see him get the first ball, and I think I'm going to go here. I leave. I go a little late. Now Patrick plays that ball back cross court. And that is just as successful of a poach as if I got the ball, because I've achieved two things. One, I'm showing the movement, and two, it's covered. And the biggest thing about this poaching business is so many times when we poach, we go across and we either don't get the ball or we miss, and we think we failed at it and we don't dare try again. If you get into the brain of the opponent over there, the opponent might be thinking, geez, Eric almost had that shot, but I better make sure that I hit my next shot a little bit better or a little bit wider to keep it away from it. And if I quit poaching, I've let him off the hook for that. when you're thinking about poaching on this, it's also very important to judge how wide the ball is that your partner hits. If Patrick hits the ball way over to the side there, that really takes poaching off the table. Because as soon as that ball that Patrick hits takes this player out wide, I have to come this way to start to protect the line a little bit more. There's a lot more view exposed. If you'll notice where I have the ball machine set up, this is great. When you get this rally ball that goes cross court toward the player's backhand or the inside shot, it's much more difficult for them to play this ball by you that way. So that's a great ball to poach on and squeeze. So Patrick's going to do his best to get this ball right to that ball machine. Again, I don't move till I see this ball go by. I see it, I'm up, I'm gone, boom. So one last time to recap, and I'm going to add one little phase to this. This is kind of key. When you do this in the beginning, it's best to be up. But in a normal rally situation, I would first be back here to protect against that net player there. When Patrick's ball goes by the net player, if you watch, I'm going to go forward. I see the ball go by. I go up. I see the lights. I go, bang. Geez, that's good. And that is a rally ball poach here at Palmetto Dunes.